when someone started knocking on our gate. There was no light, so everybody had gone to bed early. My mother, my two younger sisters and I were sleeping in the same room. My father had traveled to Lagos 3 days earlier. He told us he was sat on one side of the sitting room. The young woman sat on the other side. My father sat in the middle. For the first time in my life, I saw him looking nervous. The man who always had an answer for everything suddenly had nothing to say. My mother was the first to break the silence. When did all this start? My father looked down. About 2 years ago. The room became quiet again. 2 years. That wasn't a mistake. That wasn't something that happened once. It was a whole relationship. My mother slowly shook her head. 2 years. So while I was taking care of this family, you were busy building another one. My father didn't answer. The young woman looked at him. You told me your marriage was peaceful. Who? You told me your wife understood everything. My father sighed. I didn't want to hurt anybody. My mother laughed bitterly, but you hurt everybody. Nobody could argue with that. The young woman's eyes were already red from crying. She looked younger than I first thought. She didn't look like somebody who came to destroy a home. She looked like somebody who had been deceived. My name is Amaka, she said softly. It was the first time she told us her name. She looked at my mother. I'm sorry, Ma. If I knew the truth, I would never have agreed to this marriage. My mother's face softened a little, not because she wasn't angry, but because she could see the pain in the young woman's eyes. Do your parents know about him? My mother asked. Amaka nodded. Yes, they met him. My father closed his eyes. The shame on his face was obvious. My father even warned me, Amaka continued. He said something didn't feel right, but I didn't listen. The room fell silent again. Then my younger sister, who had been listening quietly all night, suddenly spoke. Daddy, everybody turned toward her. She was only 10 years old. Her voice was innocent. Do you still love Mommy? The question hit the room like a stone. Nobody expected it. Not even my father. He looked at my sister for a long time. Then he answered quietly. Yes, my sister frowned. Then why did you marry another wife? This time, my father had no answer. Not one. The silence that followed was worse than any argument. Around 2 a.m., my mother finally stood up. She looked exhausted. She looked like someone who had aged 10 years in one night. Then she said something that surprised everyone. Amaka, you can sleep in the guest room? Amaka looked shocked. May, go and rest. Tears rolled down Amaka's face. Thank you. My mother nodded. Then she turned to my father. As for you, her voice became cold. You will sleep in the sitting room. For the first time that night, I almost smiled. My father didn't complain. He simply picked up a pillow and spread it on the sofa. Nobody said another word. As we all went to our rooms, I thought the worst had already happened. I was wrong, because the next morning, someone arrived at our gate. And what that person revealed about Amaka changed everything again. It was just after 7 a.m. Nobody in the house had slept well. My mother was in the kitchen, preparing tea for my younger sisters before school. Amaka was still inside the guest room. My father had not moved from the sofa where he slept. Then we heard another knock on the gate. This time it wasn't gentle. I went outside and opened it. 2 elderly people were standing there. A man and a woman. They looked worried. The moment the woman saw me, she asked, "Is Amaka here?" I nodded. Yes. She didn't wait for me to invite her in. She walked straight into the compound. As soon as Amaka came out of the guest room, the older woman hugged her tightly. "My daughter, we've been calling your phone since last night." Amaka started crying again. "I'm sorry, Mama." The older man looked at my father. "So you're James?" My father nodded. "Yes, sir." The man folded his arms. "I warned my daughter about you. I told her no man should hide his family. You told us your first wife agreed to everything." My father lowered his head. "I'm sorry." The old man became angry. "Sorry. You lied to my family. You embarrassed my daughter. You destroyed 2 homes with one lie. Nobody spoke. Even my mother remained quiet. The old woman held Amaka's hand. Pack your things. You're coming home with us. Amaka looked at my father. Then she looked at my mother. I don't know what to say. My mother sighed. You don't need to say anything. This is not your fight. Amaka wiped her tears. She walked back into the guest room and packed her bags. A few minutes later, she came outside. Before leaving, she walked up to my mother. I'm truly sorry. I never wanted this. My mother nodded. I believe you. Then Amaka turned to my father. For a few seconds, she just looked at him. I trusted you. You lied to me. You lied to your wife. And you lied to yourself. She picked up her bags. Her parents carried the remaining ones. Without looking back, the 3 of them walked out of our compound. My father stood there, watching them leave. Nobody stopped them. The gate closed. The compound became quiet again. My father turned to my mother. I know I've made the biggest mistake of my life. My mother looked at him for a long time. Then she spoke calmly. The mistake was not marrying another woman. The mistake was living a lie every single day. Machi. She turned around and walked inside the house. My father remained where he was, alone. For the first time since everything happened. He finally understood that saying, I'm sorry, could not erase what he had done. Life was never the same after that day. My father stopped traveling every week like he used to. Whenever he came back from work, he would sit quietly in the compound. Sometimes he would try to talk to my mother. She answered only when it was necessary. The laughter that used to fill our house disappeared. Everybody was just trying to move on. A few weeks later, my father called all of us into the sitting room. He looked different. He had lost weight. I know I can't change what I did, he said quietly, but I want to make things right. Nobody answered him. He turned to my mother. I have ended everything with Amaka. I've asked for her forgiveness, and I've also asked her parents to forgive me. My mother remained silent. Then he looked at us. His children, I'm sorry for disappointing all of you. I wasn't the father you deserved. For the first time since everything happened, I saw tears in my father's eyes. Real tears. Not because he was caught, but because he finally understood the pain he had caused. Months passed. My mother didn't leave the marriage, but things were no longer the same. It took a long time before she started trusting my father again. Even then, the trust was never complete. As for Amaka, we later heard that she moved back to her parents' house. A year later, she got a job in another state and started a new life. She never came back. Looking back now, I don't blame only my father. I also blame the lies. If he had told the truth from the beginning, 2 families wouldn't have been broken. One lie led to another before long. Nobody knew what was real anymore. That night changed my family forever. It taught me that secrets don't stay hidden forever. One day, no matter how careful you are, the truth will find its way to the front door. Sometimes, it comes knocking in the middle of the night.